I've got to get back to doing my nails again. They're a mess. They're a mess. And they might be less of a mess if I actually did something about that. So hello and welcome to Domy Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. If the coffee mug looks familiar, it should. I used it on a bonus video that went up earlier. This is the Ace Dragon coffee mug that my daughter picked up for me for Mother's Day. That showed up early, but I love it anyway. And we have the same tea in it. Just decided we changed the look. We kept the tea, and that is the vanilla Honeybush. It is cooling off significantly. It is also at full strength at this point, and it has glitter in it. Of course. Let's give her a sip and we can get started. Definitely went over on the sugar, but it's a good tea. Even though it's cooling off, it's still a very good tea. I can talk, I swear. It's been a day. Anyway, so today we are shopping our stash to go in May. Oh, Lord, where's this year going? Of course, I, for one, can't wait to see it on the back end because, yeah, I'm sure you all understand. Anyway, so like I said, we're shopping our stash, and we are going to first go through the stuff that I already have and determine whether or not we're going to keep it in the basket or in the drawer, and then I'll go through the drawer, and then we'll take a look around. I will say that we are probably not going to get into my little sample drawer. For one, there's not a whole lot of samples left in there, and two, I have so much in my drawer right now that I suspect I'm keeping, most of it little stuff that I'm still trying to test, that getting into that drawer would probably not be at all beneficial. But let's get into our other things for right now that we had in there. So we had this Black Radiance eyeshadow palette. This is one of several that I am honestly trying to get to review for you guys, so I'm going to keep that one in there. I had the Alamar Cosmetics bronzer palette. I have another bronzer that I'm really enjoying, so I think we're going to put that one away. I had the Alamar Cosmetics blush palette, which I also think I'm going to put away. Pulling things out of the basket that we used today. I had my Bad Habit setting powder in there. I'm going to take that out as well. I have another powder that I'm using right now. We had quite a few other small things. Let me dig them all out of here. Okay, so we have this Maybelline Expert Eye in linen. I use that under my eyes. That's staying in there. This Galactic just went in this month because I finally used up another one that I was using. So this one is in there and it's going to stay in there for now. The They're Real, this should be pretty much almost gone. It's not quite there, but it's almost there. So it's going to stay in there until it can go into my Reverse Rouge. And then this is the Mellow Cosmetics Printed Brow Gel. This was opened in October, but I haven't actually been using it that much. So I'm going to keep it in there for a little bit longer. It seems to be doing all right. And I do want to use up as much of it as I can. So those are going to stay. Also in here right now, we have the BU eyeshadow palette. This is one of the ones that I'm trying to get to review, but the thing is this is no longer available, so I'm not sure how reviewing it would be really very helpful. I'm going to take it out. I've actually enjoyed some of the colors. Other colors have been a bit problematic. I did figure out that a lot of these more shimmery shades do better either as toppers or when you use like a setting spray with them rather than trying to go with it with a dry brush. They just don't seem to pick up very well with a dry brush. So anyway, that's going out. These two Melt Cosmetics, I have been using these a lot and I've really enjoyed them, but let's get our skulls correct here. These two Melt Cosmetics palettes, I love this. Like I said, I've been using them a lot. I really enjoy them, but I think I'm finally going to put them away. Yes, we're going to put them away. Gonna put them away. I have other stuff that I need to use. And I noticed that when I had these in there that I tended not to reach for a whole lot of other stuff. Because they're that good. I really Next, I have this Juicy Fruit. It's just from Just PC Cosmetics. This is one of the ones that I need to review for you guys. So this is going to stay in there for now. And then we have these two from Vanessa Vanity. These are loose pigments, loose shadows, you can use them for highlighters too. I'm going to take these out for now. I have been using them quite a bit, but it's time for me to start working with something else. I have this e.l.f. foundation. I'm trying to get through that, so that has to stay there. Here comes a bunch of the little stuff that we're trying to figure out what we're doing with. The Milani banana powder will be staying there. The Becca highlighter. Of the highlighters that I put in here, and there were 3, I use this one the most. I'm going to put it away and see if I can convince myself to start using some of my other highlighters that I have in here. I have this e.l.f. blush. I'm going to put this as a question mark for now. When we look through my blushes, we'll see if there's something else I want to use, or if I want to use this in addition to something else that I have in there. I think I have like 2 palettes in there, and we're starting to head into summer, so I can start doing a few deeper colors. So I'm going to just set this one in the middle and go maybe. This is my ColourPop, one of my favorite ColourPop highlighters. This is the one that's in Angel Food. I'm going to keep that one in there for now. I'm having to think about it. And I'm having to think about it because, like I just said, we are going into summer. And I think I want warmer colors than this for summer. You know, I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. We'll see what happens with that. This is my EBY highlighter. I've used it a couple of times. We're going to keep that in there for now. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I have used it a couple of times. I think I'm ready to finally give a verdict on it. I don't know if I said anything about it. I imagine if I had reviewed it earlier that it would not be in my collection anymore. So we're going to take this out and we're going to put it in the review pile. I'm actually starting to get a bit of makeup that I need to review. I still haven't used this. I don't know what to do with this. We're going to put that in the maybe pile. So all these evens are going to stay for now. I've actually been using other stuff, but that's okay. I don't know if this actually went in at the beginning of the month of April, but this is going to stay. That's the Thrive. These 2 Lancomes, I'm trying to get rid of them, so they will stay. I have my CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to need this right away. I'm not sure why it's in there. Because I think the Mellow is going to last me for a little bit longer. So we're going to go ahead and take this out. I don't need to use this. I mean, I do need to use it. I think it has like a 6-month date on it, which of course is nowhere on the packaging. This is a complaint that I have right now. I just got some eyeliners today, and the NYX eyeliners have their date on them, but it's on the box, and you throw out the box. So I wish the dates were on the actual packaging. But we're going to set this aside for now. I'm not going to keep that in there for now. And then I have the Bobbi Brown, which I have to say I have not used at all. So that will stay. Let me put all my stuff back. That will stay. Put all my stuff away. That is going away. And then we will move on to getting into the drawers. Just had to show you all the conditions I'm working in. She has not moved. I have stepped over her like half a dozen times today, and she has stayed there, protecting my Carnation instant breakfast probiotics drink. Alrighty, so let's get into our bottom drawer where we have palettes that I'm looking at. I have been keeping this palette in here because this one actually fell twice and broke. We have our sauce box in here, and I have my Christmas palette. I did say something about needing something with fewer brights. I don't think that qualifies, and I know the Christmas doesn't. So we'll just move on over here. Let's start in our top drawer where I have way too much shit. It's all my highlighters. and my powders. We're going to take this elf out. Like I said, we are heading into summer, so I may not need this that much, but we're going to take this out to kind of, it does a really good job of sort of deepening around the edges of my face. We are heading into warmer weather, and I am starting to feel it. Which would mean any one of these three would help with kind of with oil control. These two do not necessarily have oil control, but this one in particular is mattifying, and this one is mattifying. So I'm going to go with the Pretty Vulgar for today. I do have that other powder in there, but we'll go ahead and put that in for now. And I need a highlighter. There's 2 highlighters and a blush. No, not what I'm looking for. All right, so I'm going to take the Milani that has that summery glow to it. And this one is fun. This shifts to a purple. This has a peachy purple type of duochrome, so I'm going to take that one out. So that's my highlighters for now, I think. All right, next, blush. Blushes. All the blushes. That's 2 blushes and a highlighter. So took these out. These are all the same pan size. They're all from OFRA as far as I know. I think these are going to be my blushes and highlighters, and I'm probably going to swap out colors. I'm going to go ahead and keep this multi-coloring one, but I'm going to put this one back in the highlighters. There we go. So we got our blushes and our highlighters. That was easy. I also want to play around with some of these powders that I got from Ocean Mist as possible for using as a powder. I can use them when it's not hot. Basically, the Pretty Vulgar for would be when it's really warm, which has been a lot lately. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out and buff and see how it works as a setting powder. Something I've been thinking about because I haven't been using powder foundations very much lately. So something like that would be helpful. Just put those babies back. There's been more than a few times lately that I've been wanting that color, that kind of color, that red color. So we're going to take this one out too. Okay, so let me look in here real quick. I have 3 with the 4th when you count the Black Radiance one. Do I want another one? Probably. This is me, probably. I'm also going to put really quick, we're going to look over here. I need to be using this up. This is past its date. I need to be using that up. So that's going in there. I need to use that up. Those guys are fine. All right, so eyeshadow palettes. Do I want one more? I'm actually thinking I do. I just don't know which one right now. Everybody fell down. Go boom. Where is, I know what I want to put in there. Where is she? That's not her. There she is. We're going to put our Jackie Ina in there. There we go. colors are more muted in a way. They're not as bright, and there's a number of neutral tones in there that I can use. So we're going to put the Jackie Eye in there. Alrighty, so let's load up our drawer. Like I said, I'm not going into the other drawer, and I'm sorry, everything's a mess. So we have our 4 big palettes, our 5 big palettes. Well, I should say 4 big palettes. Let's get this right. We have 4 big palettes and 1 small palette. 4 of those of which I'm testing out. I've got this primer, moisturizer. I've got my blush and my highlighter. And like I said, I'm probably going to swap colors. I'm probably going to take the blush out of here and the highlighter out of there and swap those out. I've got a powder for when it gets a bit warmer and we need more mattifying. I've got this matte powder that I want to play with to see if I can use it as a setting powder. And I have this powder, which is a setting powder. We have this multi-chrome highlighter. I have this extra color pop that's in a color that I've been playing around with lately. And then I have this e.l.f. in case I need it. Probably won't. I suspect that my coloration is going to be just fine without it, but it's in there. Let's put you under there. All right, so that leaves the 2 question marks. And I think I'm going to put them both away. So I'm going to already have 3 blushes, and I'm going to have 3 highlighters, so I don't need them. I'm going to put these away, get you turned around, and that'll be it. Alrighty, so I feel pretty good about what I have in here. I noticed that I was really, during the month of April, I was really leaning towards more spring-like colors, you know, the greens, the golds, the yellows, some pinks. Just some of those brighter colors. So that's why I wanted to bring in the palettes with the brighter colors. But I also have all of these palettes that I'm supposed to be giving you guys feedback on, most of which I think are still available. So I figured this would be one good way to do that. And I really like the OFRA, so I know the blushes and the highlighters are going to make me happy. Trying to finish off the e.l.f. while I can. It's an older foundation and needs to be done. And I got more than enough of practically everything else. I've got 3 powders. I got 4 different mascaras. I may be on overload. And then, of course, I have some fun stuff in there, too, for me to play with. So I'm pretty pleased about what I've picked out for the month of May. God, it's hard to believe it's May. It's going to be May. You're going to see this, I think, on May 1st or fairly close. It's going to be May. God. This year. This is the year that said to 2019, hold my beer. Anyway, that is it for the day. Let me know what you think of the things that I've chosen for the month of May. Should I have gone a little bit more bright and green? Should I have gone more, theme specific? Or do you think everything is just going to be just cool the way it is? Let me know what you think. And that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen and you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe and then hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 2 days a week. That would be Monday and Thursday. However, we do have bonus videos most months. Every month. Every month my son uploads, well, he doesn't upload it, but my son opens his My Geek box and we upload that. And we do the indie brands upon occasion. We are hoping to, that as we get closer to winter and fall and all that, that will become regular again. We shall see. There's a lot of things that have to happen over the next few months before I can know for sure. And we also have, when my subscribers send me things, those become bonus videos as well. There will be no gardening videos this year, but those should go up next year. If you're interested in any of those, you do need to have that notification bell clicked so that you get notified, because they do not go up on regular upload days. If you're part of my notification squad, you'll want to check both your bell and your subscription to make sure they're both still active. I know, I say that every video. It's become a habit. I've told myself I don't need to say it unless there's something going on, and I say it anyway. So y'all love me enough to keep putting up with it, I hope. The little reminders are not necessarily a bad thing, right? And if you choose not to subscribe, well, I'd be disappointed and sad, but you're always welcome back here. And when you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea, which is now very, very cool. I don't think I've ever had this particular tea to the point of being nearly cold. So this will be interesting. Let's give her a sip. So the sweetness is heightened when it's cooler. It tastes much, much sweeter. Now, I realize that could be the continuous steeping, but I have noticed that a lot of teas, they do change their flavor. On the positive side, that there is no bitterness that shows up. So it's an okay tea when it is cool. I think if I were to drink it again as a cool tea deliberately, I would use just one tea bag instead of two and let it steep for as long as it needs to cool off until it's full strength, and have it much... You know how sugar can sometimes be heavy? That's what I'm kind of getting out of this extra sweetness out of it. And I think if it had more water, or there were only one tea bag in here, it wouldn't have that heaviness. It would have a lighter sweetness to it. It would not be the full-bodied tea that I prefer, that full flavor, but it would work very well for, say, a summertime cooler tea to drink, a sweet drink for summer. But as it stands right now, it's just kind of heavy, that's all. It still tastes good. It still tastes like a good tea. It's still a favorite. I will still have that. That is the Stash Vanilla Honeybush. Hopefully you can find that in your store. And that is it for the day. And we'll talk to you later. Hope you have a good one. Bye.